What is up, legends? It is Mark here. And we're live, baby. What's good? Welcome to the live on this lovely, fantastical Monday night. I had to check the day of week it was just now. If that doesn't tell you about what's going on in my life, then I don't know what will. But today's live, we're going to be going over the 5 retarded beliefs that keep 99% of people broke. And they're retarded because they're keeping you broke. It's kind of like the textbook definition, you know? So that's what we're going to be going over this video. It's going to be a fun one. Let me know where you're listening in from around the world on this Monday night. What the hell is wrong with you? On a Monday night? There's something wrong with you, man. But that's good. There's many things wrong with me. So let's have some fun today. How about that intro, huh? My personality is heavily dependent on music, and I say a lot of inside jokes all the time about like super duper niche music, and I basically expect nobody to get it, and nobody really does. You know, they just kind of think I'm a little messed up in the head. But you know, for me, I think it's funny and I think it works. All right, who we got today? We got Straya in the building. Roman. What's up, big dog? I'm going to go murder legs after this. Hell yeah. I mean, the music should have got you fired up. Who else we got in the building? A lot of Australians. Respect. Toronto, Calgary, Israel, Poland, Brazil. Intro was my favorite song, definitely better than Jungle DMB. Agreed, bro. Agreed. Texas. Beautiful. All right, legends, let's get into it. The 5 retarded beliefs that keep 99% of people broke. All right. So first up on the list, we're not gonna fuck around. All right, let's get straight into it. First retarded belief on the list: I need the perfect product / timing / strategy to succeed. I'm gonna cut out. Never mind. You didn't see that, but what I'm gonna go through is not the product, but rather the timing and the strategy. So you've probably heard people say this before. I'm going to wait to get started in e-com, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you're trying to hustle on, bro. Honestly, this isn't even an e-com video. This is just trying to help you reach your goals, period. And there's this weird belief that is just instilled in people from birth. That's like, okay, I'll do this extraordinary thing, but I got to get A, B, and C done first. I got to make sure I'm out of school. I got to, you know, make sure I kind of clean things up with my girl so that we're all good there. I got to finish school, maybe. And there's all these reasons not to do the thing. But here's the funny thing about successful people versus unsuccessful people. There's always a reason to not do the fucking thing. It's always there. The reasons never fucking go away. They're always there. When I got started in entrepreneurship, do you want me to list out all the things that I could have used as excuses? I won't write them down, but actually I will. I won't go into heavy detail. And I will go into heavy detail. So number 1, age. There's probably a lot of you young cunts in the chat. I was young when I got started in entrepreneurship. Most people would have said, and what most people actually told me, Mark, you should spend some time in college, learn the skills, connect with people, maybe get a job out in the real world to learn how business works. You don't know how business works. And guess what? Here's the funny part. They were fucking right. I didn't know how business works. Where they were wrong was thinking that college, university, and working a job was going to teach me how business is done. You don't learn business that way. You learn business by fucking doing it. period. I could have said, I'm going to wait till I'm older, number one. I could have said, I'm going to wait until I have more money. I didn't have a lot of money. I grew up, my mom was a single mom. We were not, we were straddling the line of lower, like between lower and middle class, which actually sucks because we barely did not qualify for government assistance programs like food stamps, etc. So we were just on that line where we had to pay for everything. But I got 2 siblings. My mom was putting 3 children through school. It's a lot of fucking money. High school and college. I could have said, I need to wait until I have a little bit more money to get this business off the ground. And honestly, if you don't have capital to get your business off the ground, that doesn't mean don't start it. That just probably means, hey, don't run ads. Like if you only have $100, there's stories of wildly successful entrepreneurs that have started businesses for $100, but they are incredibly resourceful and they didn't go straight to running fucking paid ads unless they were running Facebook in 2012 when the CPMs were 4 cents. This was an excuse. And guess what? It was a valid excuse. What else did I have here? I mean, I had college and school. You know, when I got started, I was 18. I was actually going into university. I could have said, I need to wait till I finish school to really focus on that business. That was one of the most bullshit ones of all. Like, no, dude, I gotta wait. I got like 2 more semesters left, 3 more semesters, 1 semester. Fuck it. Who knows? Bro, at the rate that AI is developing right now, 6 months is fucking 6 years. You have been placed in one of the greatest opportunities to live your life in the history of the fucking world. And you're not going to take a tiny little risk, and even saying it's a risk is fucking bullshit, because the bigger risk is doing nothing with your life. Biggest risk is having 40 fucking years go by and you realize you're the same person making the same money with the same friends and the same bullshit ass life. Is that really what you want? It's not what I wanted. But notice, the timing wasn't right. I was going to school. I didn't have money. I was young. I had every excuse in the book to not start the thing. But as an entrepreneur, you have to be a little fucking delusional. You have to listen to people's advice and then not fucking use it. Only listen to advice from people who you want to be like, who you aspire to be like. You aspire to be like me? Cool. Take my advice and use it in your own life. But the people that were giving me advice, I didn't want to be like them. So I just said, I'll listen. I'll be like, oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. 4 years of school? Oh, no, I think that's a good idea. Oh, $200,000 in student loan debt? No, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Oh, going and working a job that you don't like to make somebody else rich for decades? Just to barely increase your earning potential? No, you know what? That actually does make sense. What? Bro, hello? All right, I broke the camera. I fucking broke the camera. So I'm getting pissed off. Anyways, this is all to say, this is a bullshit, retarded belief. I need the perfect timing, the perfect strategy, the perfect situation to succeed. I don't know what else to fucking say, man. It's just the biggest load of bullshit, and I don't want you to believe it, bro, because all it takes, look at me in the eyes. All it takes is you believing a small handful of limiting beliefs, and your dream life just goes down the fucking drain. It just takes a few beliefs to hold you back, because they compound over time. They fucking compound. Let's move on to belief number 2, retarded belief, keeping people broke. Number 2, if it doesn't work immediately, it's not meant to be. Let's get this shit out of here. This is a funny one. We'll see where I go with this, but let me explain this, okay? If it doesn't work immediately, it's not meant to be. a lot of you motherfuckers are spoiled. You are straight up spoiled. Especially, no disrespect, but especially all you young cunts, okay? I'm not even that fucking old. But my generation has problems. So all the young cunts, you guys got fucking issues. Specifically, you lack patience. Because everything in your world is instant. Social media, instant. Corn, instant. Food, instant. Everything that you could possibly want is virtually instant. So when the time comes for you to actually, work on a little something called delayed gratification, you can't fucking handle it. And that's because your environment has just been training you. Gratification. Your environment has just been training you to want that quick fucking dopamine. If you haven't watched this video on my YouTube, please, at the end of this video, go fucking watch it. It is called, I don't even fucking remember what it's called, but I use the word addiction hacking in there. And you should watch that video, okay? Because in that video, I basically show you how you can get addicted to things that are not social media, corn, food, nicotine, caffeine, whatever your fucking vice is. It's always instant. It's always something instant. But the reason that I say this is because, look, we have a lot of people that join BBA, join Brand Builders Academy. And every single time, the ones that are the most successful, I say this to everybody who joins, but not only a small group of people actually take it to heart. The ones that are the most successful are the ones that can continue to take L after L without a loss of enthusiasm. There's a really good quote from Winston Churchill. This goes for everybody, by the way. Really good quote here. Success is going from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm. So if we relate that to e-com, it would be success is going from product to product without a loss of enthusiasm, from creative to creative, from store to store. I tested over 50 products before I found a winner. 50. Means test one, build a store, create the ads, failed. Test two, find the product, build a store, create the ads, failed. Over 50 times. Inside BBA, I actually have screen shared and showed my old ad accounts from 2018. And at the time, I was using a new campaign to test each product, and I had well over 50 campaigns in there. Nothing really took off. Some of them, I got up to maybe, 5K in sales, maybe 10K like max, but it was always break even or unprofitable. That just goes to show the ones that are most determined and continue to take L after L after L and still have that enthusiasm, still push forward, are the ones that win. And the thing is, it's really difficult for you to push forward when you're taking L after L if you don't know how to reframe your L's. If you don't know how to take L's like a fucking man. That's a video for another time. I think I mentioned that in my mindset video. I don't even remember, but the point is, instant gratification in society right now is everywhere, especially if you live in a first world country. It's fucking everywhere. The biggest thief of your greatness, of your success, of all the money that I know you want to make, the greatest thief is this thing right here. I promise you, this is a bigger thief than your family not believing in you, your friends. This, if anything is going to steal your greatness, it's this fucking rectangle that you have in your hand all fucking day. Don't let it win, bro. Don't let it win. Are you really just trying to fucking blend in as a normie and live an average ass life? Fuck that. But that means you're going to take a lot of L's, and there's going to be a period of time where you're doing everything right but seeing zero results. Do you understand that? There's going to be a period of time where you're doing everything right and you have donut results. Nothing. No money coming in at all, even though your actions, your inputs are the right inputs. And that is God testing you to see what you're really capable of. See if you're worthy of what's on the other side. So the question is, how fucking strong are you? Most of you got to toughen the fuck up. Because those L's, bro, they're not going to stop coming anytime soon. They're gonna keep slapping you in the fucking face. Mike Tyson to the fucking jaw. All right? Next question. Or next belief. I'll start when I have more money /time/knowledge. I'll be honest, I kind of already hit this one with the first point. If you want to run paid ads, I do believe that you should have some money set aside, okay? I genuinely do. You should have at least $2,000 to $4,000 set aside if you're going to run paid ads. I want you to win, okay? Like, if you want me to say, hey, you can start with $5 a day ad sets. And you know what? That's actually true. I can't wait till you find your winning product in 2035. Fuck. I'm trying to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Now, you can actually start on very low budgets if you're going the organic route. And a lot of people, they hear me say the word fucking organic, and they're like, oh, doesn't work. Doesn't fucking work. It does work. You just suck at it, and you probably think there's only one way of doing it. Like, you just have to use TikTok and TikTok only, and you have to follow a specific, like, posting blueprint. And then if you don't have a winning video pop off in, like, 30 videos, then you're done. Look, bro, if you want to win in business, you have to pay with your money or your time. If you don't have money, you have to pay with your time. If you don't have time, you pay with your money. Wealthy people don't have time. That's why they are happy to spend tens of thousands of dollars chartering a private jet, because they know that the hours that they would lose flying something like commercial is worth more than the amount that they would spend on chartering a private jet. They don't view time the same way that poor people do. They view time as an asset that they try to buy. But if you don't have money, if you're not rich, you have to pay with something. Like, what do you expect? You guys, you want every fucking, benefit that there is without any of the sacrifice. Like, if you don't have money, you pay with time. If you don't have time, you pay with money. All right. Retarded belief number 4. Short-term thinking over long-term vision. Now, you may not say this directly word for word, but a lot of you for sure think it, for sure. You know how I know? Because there's literally such a thing, such a poison as the dropshipping mindset. We all know it. This is essentially the pump and dump philosophy, where you try to fucking, catch these trends, catch these waves, rip some fucking ads, scale it, make some money. In 3 months, the product starts dying. You realize you have no fucking idea how to make creatives or any kind of sustainable business. Refunds start going through the roof, chargebacks, payment processors start to ban you, ad accounts go down, pages go down. Look, I know this fucking game. I've been doing it since 2018. A lot of people still try this method, and they just get in and get out, and it's almost like swing trading in crypto or something. And they just try to get in and out in a short period of time and just stack the cash. Every single person I know who does that gets fucked over at least once, and then ends up moving on to building a real brand. That's why it's called Brand Builders Academy, dude. It's not called fucking Pump and Dump Academy. That's why, right there, because building a brand is long term. That's actually true of almost all of the make money hustles out there. People that start agencies, SMMA, that shit, you know what happens? They start an agency, they actually get clients, they actually start to fulfill on the clients, and they get them good results, and they're like, holy shit, I'm making this guy so much more money and I'm doing like 90% of the work. This is fucking stupid. And then they go and start their own brand. Another example, copywriters. Copywriters start getting clients, start making some money. They start fulfilling on clients and then getting them great results. And they're like, holy shit, this VSL that I wrote for this guy is making this dude $200,000 a month. I got paid $2K. And then they realize, fuck this, I'm starting my own brand. All the roads almost lead to the same. You know what? I'll keep going. Affiliates. I love my affiliates, man. I love my affiliates. But let me tell you, I also know the game. Affiliates are incredible marketers. And what happens is they make a ton of money for somebody else. And affiliates really do, like, basically like SMMA, but just 10 times better. They make their offer owner all this money. Be like, wait, I'm only getting paid XYZ CPA? If I actually own the business, I would be making so much more. And I'm literally doing all the hard work. And then they go and start a brand. It all leads to the same long-term journey of building something that you own, something that is entirely yours, and something ideally that you can sell and exit in the future. Retarded belief number 5. The product is everything. The product is everything, man. I put a video out on this, I think on Friday or Saturday or something, and I was explaining the concept of why ecom people are indoctrinated to believe that dropshipping or branded dropshipping or ecom in general is basically like educated gambling. That is so fucking stupid. But the way that they do it, it literally is like educated gambling. They're using the same copy as everybody else. They're using the same fucking ripped ads. They're using the same copy and paste store template. If all of these are the same across like 100 plus competitors, what are you competing on really? The only thing that's fucking left is the product. So no wonder it feels like you're gambling and you go from product to product to product to product to product without making any fucking sales or anything profitable. No wonder there's nothing else left for you to compete on. All that's fucking left is the product. For me, what shattered this belief was I remember thinking in dropshipping, I was like, oh yeah, dude, it's all like the product. Like you find a winning product, bro, you're basically a fucking millionaire. I'm not even lying. I legitimately thought this. And the point at which I transformed my thinking was essentially there's people out there with businesses that are wildly successful that they're not dropshipping. They literally have a product-based business. Let's say it's been like handed down for a generation. You know, this guy got his dad's business and he's now the sole owner. They sell one product. He doesn't have the luxury of just like being like, oh, it's not a winning product, and then moves on to the next one. No, he has to like figure out how to make that one fucking work. And it turns out that whole figuring out process is literally just direct response marketing. And nobody teaches it except me. No, more people teach it now. But back then, I promise you, nobody legitimately taught it for ecom. So I had to figure this shit out on my own. And then I started reading real direct response material, breakthrough advertising, scientific advertising, cash advertising, the ultimate sales letter, 16 word sales letter, great leads, 0 to 100 million, Gary Halbert letters, everything on Clayton Makepeace. Like I went quite deep. I started sourcing fucking direct response material from the deepest corners of the internet I could find. And I realized that, oh my God, do I live in a fucking vacuum right now? And all these beliefs were just broken right in front of me because these are some of the best marketers that ever existed on the planet. And they're almost never talking about the product. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that some fucking shit, huh? So hopefully you can learn from these beliefs instead of having to go through them painfully yourself. Okay? Let me go through these again. Number 1, I need the perfect timing / strategies to succeed. Wrong. If it doesn't work immediately, it's not meant to be. Wrong. I'll start when I have more money, time, knowledge. Wrong. Short-term thinking over long-term vision. Wrong. Look, I know you guys are wanting to make money in the next 24 hours. Like, you have these short windows in your mind, but I can't explain it. But the longer your time frame is that you view success, the more money you're going to make. The people that are looking at their overall success in terms of decades, those are the people that make the most amount of fucking money. Play the long game, I promise. Doesn't make sense, but play the long game. And then lastly, the product is everything. We already know that's not true, man. I think that's pretty much debunked for the most part nowadays. But it definitely wasn't. I still make videos that say like how to find, winning products, blah, blah, blah. But literally the first thing that I say is winning products are not found, they're created. And they're created through your marketing. If you're a savage marketer, you can make almost any product a winner. Now, the product can make it easier because if you're able to compete on things that are unique, then that's a huge competitive advantage, right? Like in the supplement space, what people are really competing on is their copy and the ingredients. If you have an ingredient that is super duper hot, then that is like a huge competitive advantage. All right. Mark, do you think branding is over the winning product? It's over the winning product. Branding. I'm guessing you're saying, like, do you think branding is more important? So this is how you should view branding and DR. Right? Marketing. Imagine marketing and the way that you sell, it's like this spectrum right here. Over here, you got DR. You got your direct response. This is, I just started a new business. I need sales right fucking now. Because I got bills to pay and I need to go run some ads, figure out my sales message, and start actually getting some fucking customers into my business. That's DR over here. This is short-term money. Over here, we got branding. Branding is long-term money. It is not something that you should neglect, but it is also not something that is going to pay the bills on your business from day one. I think a lot of people generally way overestimate branding, at least in the initial stages. That's why when you are building your business from the ground up, should you be obsessing over branding, having the perfect IG grid, having the most beautiful aesthetically designed store, doing SEO? Fuck no. You need to learn how to sell your fucking product now. And that is direct response. It's you directly want a response. That's what the term is coming from. Direct response marketing is a kind of marketing where you're trying to get a response directly right now as quickly as possible. The foundation of direct response was built on the physical mail. Direct mail is what it was called. Again, direct, which means people would get these promotions in their mail. They'd open it, read it, and it would ask them to send them money on that fucking letter. That is direct marketing. Direct response marketing. Direct mail marketing. Direct. Do you want a fucking response now? Directly to me. So I didn't entirely understand your question, but in general, the answer depends on where you're at with your business, right? If you're at a place where you're relatively stable with your paid ads performance, then yeah, invest in your brand. Absolutely. I think somebody who's really, really good at this actually is the Avi guys. So Ash and Ron. They spoke at our mastermind last month. And these guys are incredible at what they do. Ash is kind of the marketing head of Avi, $100 million plus company, by the way. And they do a phenomenal job explaining this. They basically call it non-incremental revenue. And how much of your total ad budget should you be investing in the non-incremental revenue, which is going to be essentially investing into the brand. It's not something you can directly track typically. Like you can to an extent, but it's generally pretty difficult because there's so many different touch points. Like if you're driving down the fucking highway and you see a billboard and you look at it, it kind of piques your interest. How do they know? They don't. It's like a long-term branding play, okay? All right, next question. Mark, when testing, can I run image ads to a PDP? Abso-fucking-lutely, you can, dude. Image ads are great and a fantastic way to start up your brand because you can test them super fast. You can test a bunch of different messages, a bunch of different angles, and you don't need to worry about a video. You know, videos are a bitch sometimes. Like even if you're using Sora 2, sometimes you need to add a little bit here and there manually, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. Young JB, this is fucking hilarious. Hey Mark, I know I have the chance to make a question that can make me $1 million on ecom, but fuck it. Favorite shoulders workout? Favorite shoulder workout, bro? I mean, I'll do exercise. I'm not doing a full workout. Is there any other answer aside from lateral raises, bro? Is there any other answer? Like, is there anything else? Shoulder press, cool. Military press, yeah. It's fucking lateral raises, man, all right? We're trying to build the Dorito chip upper body, all right? So we're trying to look like a fucking B-2 stealth bomber flying at Mach fuck 1,000,000 miles in the sky, all right? So lateral raises, obviously. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, anything with the rear delt is good too. Rear delts give you the nice capped shoulder look. So yeah. Watch. There's just gonna be like straight fitness questions for the rest of this live. I'll try to go back and forth here. Story Cavern. Where do I invest the money I make from my brand? How do I invest into the brand without just blowing it on ads? Actually, what I just drew here is incredibly relevant for you, dude. Well, first off, blowing it on ads. Even if you're spending $100K a day, you don't have to blow it on ads. Like you can invest in ads incredibly intelligently and predictably. So it depends on what stage of your business that you're in and ultimately what your goal is. Are you looking for an exit? In which case, if you need to fuel more new customer growth, paid ads are going to be one of the best ways for you to do that. If you're trying to find like more stability and diversify your traffic sources, then you can venture out from, only Facebook ads, for example, and venture onto other ad platforms, Google, YouTube, Pinterest, Reddit, TikTok, Bing. Or if your goal is to become, more profitable, then you could go more so in the branding route and really dial in your organic presence. You could work with influencers. There's so many ways to invest in branding. Like it's a never ending list, but it ultimately depends on what your goal is. Like I can't answer that question for you because I don't know what your goal is. I can tell you for me, we're investing largely all of our extra cash either in stock, in more inventory, or in paid ads, or in conquering a new paid ads channel, because that's just what we're good at. DR is greater than branding at the start, but when do you know when to focus more on branding? I'd say when you find stability at your target level of profit in your business, when you find stability with your ads. All right, next question. How often do you do legs? Right now, I hit legs once a week. I have done as much as 3 times per week. I've done 2 times per week. For me, it's gonna sound so fucking dumb, but I actually did really start focusing on my legs, and I was hitting them 2 times per week with incredible intensity and consistency, and everything was dialed in. Diet, sleep, was all good, and my fucking legs started chafing. Like I would start walking, and I'd walk like a few thousand steps, and I start to fucking chafe, bro. I don't fucking want that shit, man. I'm trying to be athletic, you know? I don't want to just be a fucking mass monster. I'm not Nick Walker. I'm nowhere near Nick Walker. That was a bad comparison. But I don't want to fucking chafe on my fucking quads, bro, okay? It's not pleasant. I want to be able to dunk a basketball and then train MMA for 2 hours without looking like a retard, you know? So, anyways, that's my answer. You watched the recent UFC? Of course, bro. Of course. Actually, an incredible card until the last 2 fights. I mean, those last 2 were rough, man. Quite boring, but... All right, next question. Mark, how can I learn esoterical spell casting and hypnosis? There is a lot of hypnosis in persuasion. The spell casting, you're gonna have to pay me $9.97 for that one. No, you're gonna have to fucking teach me spell casting. I think that'd be a pretty cool. Just fucking, go right into my ad account. 3x ROAS. Ba-bow! Unrestrict my ad account. Ba-bang! And that's the sound it makes. That's the sound it makes as well. All right. What a great question. Next question. Did you find your first winner for that 9 months while in mentorship program, or was it just you? Largely, it was just me. I joined. I think technically I joined one, and it was awful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy watches these these lives, so I'm not gonna say his name, but he doesn't even do ecom anymore. So yeah, it was just terrible. The golden rule, dude, for like finding good mentorship programs usually is, what are they showing? Are they talking about the thing, or are they just going super duper ham on the lifestyle? And typically, there's exceptions to this, of course, but typically if they're super duper ham on the lifestyle, number one, think about the kind of person that they're attracting into that. And then number two, usually means that that's the only way that they can get people in, because they can't actually talk about the subject. But that's just my my personal opinion. How do you overcome narcissism? Genuine question. I don't know, bro. I'm still fucking working on it, you know? I'm literally making fucking shirtless videos on the internet. Like I should be asking you that question. No, in all seriousness, how to overcome narcissism? I mean, I think humility is the answer, man. I think humility and in perspective, understanding the number fucking one, there is always a bigger fish, always. For you to be narcissistic typically means you have a pretty large ego, and egos are fragile. Egos are only strong when you're the biggest fucking dog in the room. I always believe that there is somebody bigger and better in every way. So I have zero reason to be egotistical. Like literally everything about me, there's somebody better. Everything about me. There's people that make so much more money than me. There's people that are probably happier, definitely happier than me. There's people that have better relationships than me. There are people better than me at every single part of my fucking life. How could I possibly have an ego in that case? Honestly, if you don't think that way, then you legitimately believe that you are like better than people. And I just don't believe that. Just don't believe it, bro. There's so many people better. So many fucking people. So I think that's like the perspective piece. Just realizing that there are so many people that are way beyond where you are right now. So bringing an ego into things is just stupid. Number two is the majority of my life I'm optimizing around one thing, and that is learning. It's not actually even around making money. It's not around having materialistic things. It's literally just about the process of learning, because that tells me that I have like genuine curiosity and appreciation for what I'm doing. And most people can't say that. They use their vehicle, let's say e-com, as a means to an end. They're like, I just do e-com, I don't really enjoy it, but I just do it so that I can pay the bills, so I can buy this car, so I can buy this house. Bro, if you're spending the majority of your life on this thing, you're spending the majority of your life doing something that doesn't bring you any fulfillment, any happiness, any joy, any satisfaction. Like, you want to know how to waste your fucking life? That's no better than the 9-to-5ers that work a job that they don't like for 40 plus years. The only difference between you and them is you're making more money, but you're still a slave. Still a slave to the system, just in the wrong direction. Probably in a better direction because you're making more money. But that's a really good question, actually. Like, how to overcome narcissism. That's my genuine thoughts off the bat. I do think perspective is incredibly important in just about anything. I feel incredibly fortunate to be in the situation that I am right now. I said that exact same sentence that I just said. I said that when I was broke in college, very few friends. I said the exact same thing. It doesn't matter where you are in life. It's just like you guys have access to the internet right now. That alone. Like, it's just so incredible, like the time that we live in. I genuinely think that if you have that belief about the world, good things will come to you, right? Double slit experiment. The way that you view things changes the very things themselves. So I'm going to view the world, right? One of the most famous quotes from Albert Einstein. He said, I think it was Albert Einstein, or maybe it was Nikola Tesla. Fuck, somebody fact check me. But the quote was, the single most important decision you have to make in your life is whether you live in a friendly or hostile universe. And I think the reason that he said that, whoever it was, please somebody drop it in the chat. The reason he said that was, he was ahead, I think, of the double slit experiment. But it's the very same concept. If you believe that you live in a friendly universe, friendly related things will happen to you. If you believe that you live in an incredible live in an incredibly hostile universe, then only hostile things are going to happen to you. It was Einstein. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, that was quite a rabbit hole we went down there, but that was a cool one. Thank you. Next question. Has YouTube sent you the 100K award yet? Dude, I don't think I'm fucking getting that award. I said retard too much. I'm serious. I got a few warnings, and yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get it. We'll see. I don't really care, man. I really don't. I'm just here to make good fucking content and to help you make more money and live a better life, you know? So, award or not, you know, as long as you know me, I'm legit. What rough percentage of your ads are currently AI generated? Rough percentage, I'd say 85%, roughly. Oh, what do you think about Neville Goddard? I'm a fan of Neville, dude. I'm a fan of Neville. I have one of his books, which is a compilation, I think, of like 12 different books. One of those ultimate collection things. On my book stand right there somewhere. Neville's good, but I just have to take him in short bursts, you know? If you read too much Neville, you'll read like, you know, let's say like 5 pages. And the entire time you'll be like, oh, this is really good. This is good. Oh man, I love how he said that. Damn, that's deep. That's good. And then you'll read 5 pages. You'll be like, what the fuck did I just read? I couldn't tell you a single fucking thing. Couldn't tell you anything. But I think he's good, man. I think generally seeking the perspectives of various mentors over time is, you know, what am I trying to say here? Ideas in equals ideas out. 100%. I believe that. Neville Goddard, dude. Yeah. Neville. Right. Let's see. We'll do one more question here, guys. One more question. I like the direction these questions are going, though. You want to get me down a rabbit hole, just start talking about esoteric shit. How much do you hip thrust? Dude, I don't fucking hip thrust, man. I don't fucking hip thrust because it fucking hurts my cock. No, I'm just kidding. It hurts my hip bone because I have so much weight on there. I don't know what my max hip thrust is. I would say around 6 plates, but it doesn't even count, dude. If you're a guy, your hip thrust number doesn't count, all right? Go squat or deadlift, pussy. That was such a funny transition. That won't actually be the last question. Damn, I saw another good one in here. And from the same person. By the way, would you say the self-image you've built is of a curious learner who always pushes forward? The first piece for sure. Like somebody who is genuinely curious about the world. I do think that's me. You can ask anybody around me, right? I don't have a lot of people around me, but you can ask any of them and just be like, what is Mark interested in right now? And it'll be something super weird and very, very specific, and I can tell you everything about it. So I am genuinely very curious about the world. I think it's definitely what's the name of this fucking phenomenon? Like the more that you learn, the more you realize that you know nothing. Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, Dunning-Kruger. I feel that shit every day. As soon as you learn something, you just realize how you really don't know anything at all. That's a big piece in humility as well, you know? That's why people that are able to learn so much are still oftentimes quite humble. And if they're not, you know that they may not actually know all that much as they have showed you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this live. Thank you so much for joining. Amazing questions. Amazing questions today. This was a fun one. So let's cue the motherfucking outro. It's going to take me about, 15 seconds here. All right, so be fucking patient. What do we go with today? Do we go... Man, my bag is deep, guys. My bag is deep. You know what? We're sticking with the same kind of intro. Where is it? Where is it?